Pro Football Hall of Famer, top 100.
Tyler Lockett from the Seattle Seahawks.
DK Metcalf from
Hey Burleson, you're watching NORBFAM.
NORBCam.
You're watching NORB.
What's up, everybody? This is NorbCam coming at you with this fun little session I like to call Answer the Question. I've done Ask Norbs before, usually through Discord. And I've gotten some people who say, obviously, sometimes that, Norb, you don't look at the chat enough. You need to read the chat. Sometimes I feel like you're ignoring the chat. Well, today, it's all about reading the chat. So I'm just going to take whatever questions fire through the chat, and I'm just going to try to read them as quickly as I can and try to answer whatever questions you might have. Whatever topic it might be. So we're just going to do this, have some fun. So we'll see how far we can get in an hour's worth of time. So before we get started, though, I just want to remind everybody, please, I'd love it if you guys would smash the like button, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And I want to say thank you to all the NORBFAM members who are supporting my channel. Appreciate you guys very much. MVPs, Nick LeBeau, Jesse Duckface, Anthony D, Ryker, Rockstar, Lori Cross, and the All-Pros, Jason E., Maria Maraj, NINJA-CRK, Aidan, Pham, BJ, IB Dave Jones, Gavin Murphy, and Football J. All right, to the questions now. All right, I'm going to go back to the beginning because there's some that ask questions early on, and I'm going to try to fire through them. Alina Dahl, thanks for doing all the moderating. Love what you do for keeping things under control. All righty, here we go. From the top, let's see. From Raptor Rancher, says, if early chat counts, because he did this way back a few hours ago, here's my question. Choose another NFL coach that you'd love to have coach the Hawks. Go Hawks. Let's see, that's a tough one. I would say, though, like if Coach Carroll suddenly announced tomorrow that he was going to retire and we're going to have to get anybody, we can get anybody off of any available coach, or not even available, just pick anybody from some team. I'd probably grab Sean McVay. I mean, we already got their coordinators, run coordinators, and offensive coordinator. Why not get the head coach as well? Really strip our biggest rival at this moment from their team and plop them right into Seattle's scheme. That's what I would do at this point in time. Let's see, moving through the list. Star Wars 123 says, hey Norb, like us. I know he's talking about Super Bowls, blah blah blah. Okay, talking about franchise, face of the franchise. Seahawks Martin, 6 and 334, 331. Man, if I have to say, if I could start over again, I would go back to 331. I miss all those guys there, and there's some real not so friendly people in 334. Hopefully it'll be better this year with all the changes going on. But man, I miss everybody. 331 was so cool. So I'm going to say 331 right now, unless people, things improve this year. Let's go down the list. Star Wars 123, questionable debate. Are you going to clink or call it Lumen from the start? It'll probably be some habit to say clink because it's just sort of what's natural. But I'm going to try to call it what it is. I mean, it is Lumen Field now, so I got to call it we booming in Lumen. That's going to be our chant as my buddy Devin started that back in a few months ago. Let's see. Star Wars 123. Have you ever made something with beer and apple? No. Let's see. Going down the line. Lena, happy Thursday. What's up? Star Wars 123 is just firing them off here. Hey, Norb, is Blair Walsh the worst kicker? Also, you made a terrible prediction by going 14-2. I'm not. Oh, he's talking about in the year that we had Blair Walsh. I said we'd go 14-2. Well, yeah. Blair Walsh, definitely the worst kicker Seattle's ever had. I don't know if he's the worst kicker in all time, but as far as I'm concerned, yeah, he hits the top of the list. Armand Sandhu. Hi, Norb. What's up? Double Threads 56. How do you think the division will play out this season? I think, what did I say? Seahawks, Rams, 49ers, Cardinals. Really tight. Kind of like the DK Metcalf 100-meter dash. Aidan Pham, what's up? Thanks for being a NorbFam member, man. Appreciate it. Ivan, yo. Armand Sandhu, yo, Norb. Rishi, yo, Ivan. Okay, I guess I need to read some magical questions. Jaden Alvis, which NFL player do you hate the most? Ooh, which player do I hate the most? Man, I'd probably right now just say Aaron Donald, but it's not because I don't like him. I mean, I respect the heck out of him. I just hate the fact that he's always eating us up for lunch. Because if he was on our team all of a sudden, like, snap a finger and he was on the Seahawks, I'd be like, oh, I love this guy. So I'm going to hate him right now because he's, causing so many problems for us. Rohan, when was the last time you had expectations for the Seattle Mariners? Man, 2007? Maybe. Back when Ken Griffey Jr. came out of retirement or came back to Seattle, that was kind of fun. And then it's really been pretty sucky since then, sadly. Let's see, where are we going here? Well, lost all these. Okay, there we go. Iron Wolf. Will DK hit 1,500 yards this season? Ooh, I think he'll get over 1,000. 1,500, that's a lot. I don't think so. Too many targets in this offense. I don't think he's going to hit 1,500. MC Carr, do you think Trey Lance will play this year? I think so. I think at some point Jimmy Garoppolo is going to get hurt, or they'll just decide it's time to put in the new guy, and it's just going to be, it'll be a time to see what he's got. I don't think they'll wait too long. Sandra G, can't wait for the season. Can't wait for the season. I can't wait either. Tico 4JC. Hey, no, what was the first team ever Seahawks game you went, and what team and year? Okay. You can see it on my video, actually. If you look up NorbCam first game of the Kingdom, it was a game that I played on the field in my Little League team in 1981. We played the Giants that year. I scored a touchdown in the Kingdom, and then we got to watch the game from, I think we got killed by the Giants. But I'll never forget that first game. It was very exciting. Even Thunder, why are you so underrated? I don't know. I need more subs. My subs have been like plateaued lately. I don't know what's going on. Seahawks fan says Bieniemy. Yeah, Bieniemy's pretty good. He hasn't gotten a head coaching job for some reason. Pinhead Larry, cut Lockett or cut DK Metcalf? Man, why you do this to me? I hate those would you rather have or you can only have one. Gosh, it's like if you're going for right now or going for the future, it's like Lockett's a better receiver right now, but DK Metcalf has more promise, big picture. But I have to say, if it was only for like right now, I guess from the excitement level, it's hard to not rule out the potential of DK Metcalf. I'm probably got to say DK Metcalf, and Coach Marsh will rip me for it. DK Metcalf, for the promise of what he hasn't accomplished yet. Mimi Banana Cream, how do you think Russ is going to do this year? I think he's going to do good. If he follows the system of what is Shane Waldron's going to be putting out there and gets rid of the ball on time, I think he can really cut those sacks down and really just get super efficient numbers, tons of, and not big numbers, just like a lot of smaller numbers with an occasional big number, and then running the ball as well on his feet. Pietro Servo Mejia, is our O-line really as bad as Wilson says? I personally don't think it's too bad. It's really, Wilson never said it was bad. He just said, he got pushed to the corner to say, why are you getting sacked all the time? And he just sort of ended up saying, yeah, well, we could do a better job of not getting sacked. So I don't really think he slammed them that badly. But that being said, I don't think our O-line is that bad. And I think we made a lot of improvements, and I like it. I have a lot of hope for it. We got Gabe Jackson on the left side. We got what's his name? Dwayne Brown. I say Antoine. Dwayne Brown on the left, and then Ethan Posick in the center. Damian Lewis second year, and then on the right side, I think Shell will still do a fair job, and we got backups just in case. I think we'll be all right. You got to keep continuity. You can't just keep turning guys over. It's going to be like starting over is too hard. Star Wars 123. What would you rate my offensive defensive coordinator on 1 to 10? I give you a solid 8.5, man. I give you a solid 8.5. Give you a solid 8.5. Even Thunder. Thank you for the super chat. What was your favorite game of last season? Love your music videos. Thank you. I need to do more of those music videos. In fact, I'm going to make one. I have one in mind already for some. Most of you guys probably won't know. Favorite game of last season? Let me think. Whew, what was last season? I had so many games. Probably the Patriots game. I mean, that was the first real exciting one. Having hosting every time you play the Patriots, it's exciting to have a game like that, back and forth, where it finishes on 1 yard stand, where I thought we would have no chance of winning. That one just jumps out to me. Super Pelicans fan. Norb, why didn't you try to go pro in football? I didn't even get out of high school, man. What are you talking about? Too small, not fast enough, not big enough. Where am I here? Got to keep up with you guys. Too fast. I'm way behind the chat. This is why it's so hard to do this. Okay. Holy cow, am I that far behind? Sorry. The thing jumps around and I lose track. Hey, it's Zoe. Hey, Zoe. Good to have you here. Oh, there he is. What would you... Oh, there. Why didn't you... Yeah, okay, there we got it. O-line or... offbeat the second. O-line or defense? I'm not sure if they're asking if it's good or bad or what's key. And the key is going to be defense. That's the big question mark. I feel like our offense is solid. It's our defense that have a lot of questions. Hopefully our D-line can really step up. A lot of potential there to do some great things. Seahawks fan, Pietro Servo Mejia, no, and a lot of people think that too. Answering the question on my behalf. Thank you. Donnie Pearson, salutes. Hello, and Norb and all, hope all is well this afternoon. Thank you very much. Evening Thunder, what was your favorite game? Oh, I just answered that one. Zoe says, when can we do another ladies roundtable with Elena and Jessica? We should do one soon. We'll definitely do one soon. It's off season. It's a slow time. We should definitely set up another ladies roundtable. I would love to do that. OMF Google, why can't Packers win anything? They make it to the NFC Championship. If not for a couple of bad calls and blown plays, they would have been in the Super Bowl, and they should have been in the Super Bowl. MC Stove, what do you think about our NorbCore staff team right now? I'm currently a mod. I think they're doing a great job. They're doing stuff that I don't even really comprehend. So the fact that they're holding it down, I think they're doing a phenomenal job. In fact, you guys should definitely join the NorbCam Discord. The link is in the description. Lots of great chats in there, and it's the way if you want to jump in on live streams like Madden coaching and questions and things like that. That's the way to do it. Cave is onze. What do you think about the Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay? Whew. Right now, everyone's thinking he's done, but then again, everyone thought Russell Wilson was done. So is it as bad as they say? It seems like it's worse than the Russell deal because Russell never actually said he wanted to be traded, as opposed to Aaron Rodgers seemingly saying he wants to be traded. If I just go 50-50, the chances of him not being in Green Bay, I'm thinking it's still a 51 chance percent he stays in, 51 to 49, that he still has a chance he's going to stay in Green Bay and play. But it's a pretty darn close second. I'm going to say, just to take the devil's advocate, go against the grain, and say somehow they'll work it out and Aaron Rodgers will be back and they'll be playing in Lambeau, and it's like, gosh, can we not get a win in the 21st century? Mauricio Scote, Blair Walsh is the worst kicker of all time, LOL. Seahawks fan, center replacement? I don't know. I'm telling you guys, he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be fine. Ethan Posick is going to be fine. Pietro Servo Mejia, Seahawks fan. Yeah, that's what they. Okay, that wasn't a question for me. Logan Cohen, fins up. We got Dolphins fans in here. Xanis, what's the record for Seahawks this year? I said they were going to go 11-6 on our very unofficial prediction last week, but it won't really count until I get to my season prediction video, which I'll make and release right before the start of the regular season, because I need the training camp and the preseason to kind of get a look at these guys. Then I'll make my official prediction. Right now, unofficially 11-6. I hate to say it. A goat named Bassie. Nor, what is your favorite NFL stadium besides Lumen? Well, gotta say, it's the MetLife Stadium in New York, New Jersey, of course, where we won our Super Bowl. Love that place. Happy memories. Actually, that was a great time. I love being in there and having the open state, even the fireworks blowing up by my head and the helicopter flyby. The whole experience was awesome. I'll never forget going in there. Nathaniel Crenshaw, do you hate Robert Wilson? No, why would I hate Robert Wilson? I have nothing to hate him for. I don't hate a lot of things, unless you give me a reason to hate him. 9 Seahawks 11, if you go by the numbers. Do you think, Roman numerals, do you think we will re-sign KJ? I think we will. I think we're going to have a surprise. He's not going anywhere. And I think they're having talks right now. When all of a sudden, we're just going to have breaking news. Breaking news! KJ Wright re-signed. I think it's just going to suddenly happen. OMF Google, Mike Evans gets another 1,000 yards. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Double Thread 56. What game is the most exciting to you this season? Exciting game this season. It's gotta, as much as we play it every year, it's gonna be those divisional games, probably the Rams or the 49ers at home, because it's gonna come down to having to beat those guys at home. And if we don't, it could cost us division. So every time it's a divisional game, it's off the charts. I think it's gonna be the Rams at home. Gonna have to get that win. Where are we at? It's definitely Zoe wants to know, when can we do it? The ladies roundtable. I will contact you guys and figure out when we could do it. We should have some time here though. Official Tony Camacho, 1998. What do you think about the Germany player on our team? I wouldn't put money that he's got a chance of making it. He's trying out for us, linebacker. I think there's a chance he can make special teams. That would be pretty cool. The guy seems to be a hardworking guy. He seems like have the right attitude, athletic, strong guy. Not huge, but pretty quick. I think it'd be pretty awesome if he made the team. We'll find out here. Yeah, special teams would definitely be the way to do it. Rohan, if you ever decide to go to Levi Stadium, would you also consider going to Great America, the theme park? I've been to Great America more than one occasion. It's been a long time, though. It's been many, many years since I've been to Great America. Did enjoy it. Would love to go back there again, for sure. And I have not yet been to Levi's. I feel like I need to go there. I mean, I've been to only one of the two stadiums. I've been obviously to the new. I've been to the old place where the Rams played. I haven't been to the new stadium yet, the $1 billion complex. And I definitely need to see these two places sometime in the near future. Would love to see it. Even Thunder, how many games are you going to? Well, I'm definitely going to, assuming that we're allowed to go to all the games, I will definitely be going to all the home games, which means 8 regular seasons, because we're doing 9 away, and then 2 preseason. So 10 for sure. And then I'm not sure yet about traveling away plans yet. A lot of things to be figured out, especially with my girls being so busy in volleyball. It's hard to get away. Zoe, please answer my question. Okay, I think I answered it. We will definitely get it going on. I will be in touch with you guys. Definitely want to make that happen. Donnie Pearson, I cannot wait for the season either, Norb, nor can I wait for the return of the NFL International Series in the heart of the United Kingdom. Yeah, it's always fun when the game goes. I assume this is a fan from the European side. That was fun when the Seahawks played the Raiders in UK. That was a very fun time with my dad and getting to enjoy that game. Sadly, though, there was also, I remember me and my dad went to a movie, and then as we left, I remember in the movie, finding out about passing of Paul Allen. I'll never forget that. I remember sitting in the movie and my phone buzzed, looked down at it. We saw First Man, the astronaut movie. First Man, I think it was called First Man. And Paul Allen, has said, breaking news, Paul Allen passed away from cancer. I was like, what? Couldn't believe it. Xanis, Norb, what's your favorite Seahawks player? Past? Got to go with Cam Chancellor / Kenny Easley, the 2 enforcers. Right now, I know Doug Baldwin too. I know I'm cheating. I'm saying more than one. You got to go. You got to love Russ, of course. And KJ, man, it's been great. I met him personally. He's a really cool guy. So I threw a few out there, but yeah, KJ. That's why I really hope they get him back. He's such a good guy. Rishi, yeah, we lost 32-0 to the Giants in that 1981 game. Dang, you remember? I just remember we got killed. 32-0, that's pretty horrible. MC Carr, Trey Sermon in the 49ers rookie is the 49ers rookie running back. We took him in the round 3, and he is a beast. He is quicker, beast mode, and Frank Gore. Thoughts? I'm not that familiar with him, so I'm not going to pretend to know what to expect out of his performance. All I know is that the Niners, that offense is pretty good, predicated on a lot of similar concepts with the quick passing game and the running game. So I'm just concerned Seahawks, we don't know what we have in terms of run defense. This can be pretty challenging, no matter who we're facing. But we'll find out. I don't know enough about Trey Sermon, though, to have a strong opinion on it. But quicker, beast mode, and Frank Gore, man, that sounds pretty brutal combination. Zoe, yes, she says. Logan fins up. Super Pelicans fan. Why didn't you go pro or try? I already said I'm not good enough to go pro or try. Barely made it through high school. Zoe keeps asking about the round table, which I said we will do. Donnie Pearson. London is the heart capital of the United Kingdom. God save the Queen. I gotcha. So Donnie is from the United Kingdom. Got it. Andy, hey, NorbCam, did you listen to my cousin's song, Blue Skies? I got your message. I have not listened to it yet. I will check it out, though. I'm going to check out all these suggestions for songs. And there goes, jumping ahead on me. I'm trying to catch up. I really am. See, what happens is it shoots to the end, and then all of a sudden, I have to go back to where I was. Oh, there we are. Donnie Pearson, I heard an Irving Berlin tune called Blue Skies. I don't think that's the one. Different Blue Skies. A goat named Bassie. Who will be the worst team in the NFL? Houston Texans. No questions asked. Jaden Alves. Who is your NFL player that's not on? Who's your favorite NFL player that's not on the Seahawks? Oh, that's a good question. Favorite player who's not on the Seahawks. Larry Fitzgerald. I just throw Larry Fitzgerald out there. He's past his prime, but man, that guy is solid. And if there was a guy on a rival team who I root for the best for, it would be him. He's a stand-up dude. It's a shame that he won't probably ever get a ring before he retires, even though he's gone so long without retiring. Dustin Elrond, Seahawks burn. Who is your favorite Seahawks player ever, and why is it Sean Alexander? Sean Alexander is not my favorite. He is worthy, though, of being up there as one of the best all-time Seahawks. He kind of gets a bad rap because of the way his career ended. But I think I already answered that question. Favorite Seahawks player, Kenny Easley, Cam Chancellor, those two kind of top of the list. Izangs. What is your Xbox username? Same as it is here. NorbCam. NORBCAM. Rishi. We also have the GOAT Stone. Yes. Stone Forsyth. Going to be fun to... Yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention him. He's going to be solid in that O-line. Maybe the longer-term eventual replacement for Dwayne Brown. But he could come in, back up on the other guys in case they aren't doing the job. Star Wars 123. You're my angle... You mean angle or angel? He said, "You're my angle" by Shaggy. Please use in prediction. Email it to me because I'm going to get lost in this chat. I'll never remember. Send me an email to all of you. If you have a song suggestion for my music prediction video this year, email me, norb@norbcam.com. Send me an email. Andy, Donnie Pearson, is Blue Skies by Samrock. Okay. I'm trying to get to the questions. I got to go faster. Okay, a lot of questions going back and forth, dialogue going back and forth. Okay, Sky High Aviation, play-by-play announcer for NorbCam franchise. Hey, Norb, can we do trivia in Coach's Corner? I'm feeling random today. Well, Coach's Corner has been pushed to next week, unfortunately, because of my schedule just got too busy. My wife and Vanessa are in Spokane right now. So it's me and Sophie, and I'm playing major Uber driver for her right now. So in fact, I'm doing this, and I'm stuck in between. I'm actually between dropping her off and picking her up, and that's where I'm squeezing this little time to do this. Rishi says I skipped his question. I'm sorry, I don't remember what the question is. That I might have skipped. Just pipe it into the end. Where Andrew? Okay, I guess skip that one. Dustin Elrond, Seahawks burn. Will Russell Wilson finally have a major injury? No, he's too solid. He won't have a major injury. How dare you ask that question? Ryan Crawford asks, if you wanted any Seahawks player to come back out of retirement, who? Cam Chancellor. Period. Let's see. Alina Dahl, Norb. Steve Largent or Jim Zorn? Steve Largent. That's another Steve Largent. Jim Zorn was great too, but Steve Largent could catch passes from anybody. I mean, he caught passes from two quarterbacks alone and was great just from those two. Imagine if he was catching passes from Russell Wilson. No gloves, no nothing. Great guy. Cave is Ohms. Most scary game of next season. Packers and Lambeau. Is there any other? Unless there's no Aaron Rodgers, that could change things. And if there's no Devontae Adams, that could change things too. So if those guys are on the field in the Packers, I'll be nervous. If they're not, I might have a different tune. Let's see. Darius Brown. Who was you ready to move on from more while they were here? Jermaine Ifedi or Tedrick Thompson? Oh, Ifedi, man. Ifedi was a holding penalty machine. Much more annoying than Tedrick Thompson. Star Wars 123. Hey, Norb, can you boost sliders fatigue level in 55 in regular franchise mode? I'll think about it. I kind of like kicking butt right now. I don't want to mess that up. Andy. No, they're talking about that song still. Dustin Elron Seahawks burn. Top 3 throwback NFL jerseys. Top 3 throwback NFL jerseys. Oh, man. Well, first of all, of course, the 70s Seahawks or 80s Seahawks jerseys. I want to see that badly. That's number one because I've never seen it before. Other ones? That's tough, man. Got to think of, when you say best, it's like, what is best? Like the ones that look really good before? How about Tampa Bay's old creamsicle orange color? Let's just go with that because you'll never see that color again. That would be number 2. And number 3, I'm not sure. The Patriots, back when they used to have the Patriot guy and the 3-point stance on the helmet, because that was back when the Patriots sucked. So let's just go with that. Okay. A goat named Bassy says, Norb, what do you make of your goated DB, Kerry Hyder Jr.? He's not a DB. He's actually isn't he a defensive line pass rusher? I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. Stats look great. If he can do anything close to what he did last year, that should definitely help this, again, questionable defense as to what we have. I'm hoping he's one of those names that just starts to make Seattle look like, like when we got Michael Bennett and Cliff Averill, names like that came in here from another team and just took over and became, awesome, linchpins of this defense. I'm hoping that'll be the case. Donnie, nope. They're talking other stuff. 6'8" Paint Beast BTW. How old are you? Well, I have no hesitations letting people know how old I am. I am currently, do the math. I was born in 1969, September. You do the math. Okay. Looking to the next question. Kush Patel, do you think we will sign Eric Fisher? Gosh, I really have no clue. Who really does know, except the guys who are doing the negotiations? I'm going to say not likely. Not likely. Tay Francis, what is your favorite jersey that I own? I like my NorbCam home jersey because we won a Super Bowl in that. So I'll go with that one. Dustin Elron, he's going off of predictions. MC Carr, why do you have the NFC West standings the way you do? I personally have the 49ers and Rams as 1 and 2, but I don't know who will be 1 and 2. That was in no particular order. MC Carr, if I'm not mistaken, MC Carr, aren't you a 49ers fan? I know you're not a Seahawks fan. Pretty sure about that. But why? Because I think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be like this big jump between teams. I think it's going to be like one game separating everybody. I said it was going to be that way last year, and of course the Niners had a weird season with the injuries. I think it goes back to kind of where it was. So it's going to be Seattle with new offensive coordinator, new weapons. San Francisco potentially with a new quarterback. Rams with a new quarterback. So shuffle the deck, man. But we do got Russell, and I think if he stays upright and doesn't throw interceptions and doesn't get sacked, which he shouldn't in this new offense, that's going to put us over the top. Let's see. Rain says, where's OG Kuibert? How's your day going? My dad's good. I just saw him a couple days ago from Vanessa's birthday. I don't know if I tell you guys. Vanessa just turned 14 on Tuesday, so happy belated birthday to Vanessa, for those of you guys who didn't know. And the 6 of us got together. My family and my parents got together at Spaghetti Factory, had a little birthday dinner upon her request, and my dad's and my mom are doing great. So thanks for asking. My day is going awesome because I'm talking to you guys. Let's see. The Hawkhead. Check me out, Norb. Okay. I'll check it out. 6'8" Paint Beast BTW body count. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Going through, trying to find more questions here. Oh, Carl Gutierrez. What do you think of Trey Sermon? Oh, you already asked about that. I said, sounds like he could be pretty dangerous, as described. Where am I at here? It's shifted on me, trying to get back to where we are. Here we go, going down. Ryan Crawford, will the Patriots make the playoffs in the AFC East? You know the Bills are going to be number one. The question is who's going to come in behind. They didn't make them last year. Dolphins, Jets, Patriots. Will they make it this year? I'm going to say the AFC has got too many good teams. I don't see two teams making it out of the East. I'll say no. Dustin Elron, Seahawks burn. Norb, will Russell Wilson, by the end of his career, have beaten all 32 teams? Chargers, Hawks, still outstanding. Oh, yeah, for sure. By the end of his career? Heck yeah. I mean, he's already got most of them covered. Yes, he will have beaten all the teams by then. Evening Thunder, will the Hawks go to the Super Bowl? I'm, of course, hopeful, but there's a lot of pinning hopes onto things that we haven't seen yet. So a lot of things could have, the potential is there, but there's a lot of ifs. If the Seahawks D-line pans out to be as good as it looks on paper, if the Seahawks cornerback can hold it down and some of these rookies can step forward, if they sign KJ Wright, if they run the Shane Waldron system and it works, if they stay healthy, I think if all those things happen, yes, I think we could. It's that close. But a lot of things have to fall our way. Okay. Thoughts on D'Amico Ryans, the new DC for the Niners? That's a good question. Since the previous coordinator went to become head coach, and now they got a new defensive coordinator. I mean, who really knows that much about the defensive coordinators? Hopefully he won't be as good as the previous one. I mean, he did a pretty good job with that D. There was definitely some influence from some of these, from even the Seahawks defensive coaching tree. So I'm hoping it'll be a step back because the 49ers, when they're healthy, are pretty vicious. But again, just like us, who knows until you see that coordinator in action? So hard to predict. Andrew Aguirre, how long is Russell going to be with the Seahawks? I'm going to say he's going to be with us career. I know a lot of people think he's going to be gone, but I'm going to think he's going to find a way, and he will play his entire career here and retire as a Seahawk. Max Tkachuk, best fullback, kicker, punter, long snapper in Seahawks history. Wow, that's a lot. Best fullback, Max Strong. Ooh, but Michael Robinson was pretty good too. Ooh, that's tough. I still say Max Strong though. Max Strong was a bad boy. Kicker, Hauschka, but Jason Myers is starting to move really close to that. I have to probably say Hauschka just because of the period of time he was in. And he got that game onside kick play in the NFC Championship. Punter, what we got right now. I mean, John Ryan, I think right now he's just gotten beat because of the time he was here for and what he's done all this time. But this kicking duo we have right now is one of the best. And they could very quickly surpass those guys. Long snapper. Boy, I can't remember the names of the other ones. But what we got right now is doing great. I just love our special teams combo right now. Osmoises, is painting another team's logo on your face make you a two-teamer? No. I painted the Kansas City logo on my face when they went against the 49ers. And I'm always, I don't have a second team, but if another team will help my team or knock down a team that I don't like, then I'm rooting for that team. And I will put paint on special occasions. Not very often, though. Carl Gutierrez says, Trey has like 300 yards a game and he's a fast dude. I really wanted the Hawks to pick him. Well, we'll see how that goes. All right, we got 26 minutes before I got to go. Farhad Variava, should I move to Seattle or a city around Seattle? What are the pros, cons? The cons are right now is that it's extremely expensive market. Houses are going for insanely expensive. The closer you are to Seattle, the more expensive it is. The pros is that it's a beautiful place to live. Don't tell anybody. But it is cloudy and rains a lot. But the summer's never too hot, but they get hot enough. And the winters are cold enough, but never freezing, sub-freezing cold, and we only get a little bit of snow. So if you don't like the extreme weather and there's, very little bit of humidity compared to other places. So if you like all that mild stuff, then and you like to be close to mountains, water, and everything outdoors within a stone's throw, that's what you'll love about Seattle. And then Jaden Alves asked, what's my second favorite NFL team? I just said, I don't have one. Football J, one of my NorbFam members, recent NorbFam member. Thank you for joining, man. Appreciate it. You like face of the franchise more or regular Seahawks franchise better? I'm enjoying right now face of the franchise just because it's new and it has this whole storyline thing. I'm just now starting my rookie season with the Seahawks, so it feels like the only thing about it is not very challenging because I think it's in rookie mode, so everything's really easy. But I just like the fact that there's this ongoing story and this question, like, what's going to happen? I think once I've done it one time through and the story's sort of run its course, then I'll probably be kind of just done with that, and I'll be ready to just jump into the franchise mode, which is just simply replaying existing games and seeing how I fare. Yeah, thanks for the question. Let's see. OMF Google, will you admit to being a secret Brady fan? No. I will say, though, that I'm envious of what he's done and jealous of what he's accomplished, and knowing that no other quarterback will probably ever get close to that. But am I a secret Brady fan? No, man. But I do marvel at what he has done. And like when watching him, probably watching what he did in Super Bowl 51, taking down the Falcons after going down 28-3, that was just like, wow, this dude is good. I said at the end of that game, wow, he is the GOAT. Joe Mannix, do we have room for Danny Shelton? Do we? I don't know how much it would cost. It'd be cool to have a reunion with Northwest former UW Husky Danny Shelton. Because I think we are a little thin in the middle of we could always use more beef in the middle of that defensive line, but don't know if they could afford it. I feel like they always find a way to afford things. It's like, oh, the cap is maxed out. Let's just do a little extended contract that nullify the void of the third year, and then we'll play with this and restructure that. And it feels like there's always a way. The cap is hardly ever set. They always seem to find little loopholes to get around it. So, yeah, let's do it. Football J, do you watch NBA? And if you do, what's your favorite team? I really don't watch NBA. I think it's in the middle of the playoffs right now. I really don't know. I don't have a favorite team because the Sonics were my team and they got stolen. So I really have been disenchanted ever since. I might come back if they ever come back here. Anay Shah. Norb, if you were a fruit, what fruit would you be? Serious question. What fruit would I be? What kind of fruit would I be? I'd probably be a blueberry comes to mind. I don't know. Just I like blueberries and I like blueberry pie and everything blueberries, just blue. I'm blue. All right, keep it going. Pigeon, do you know Seahawks Brendan Nelson? Do a shout out if you do. Brendan Nelson, yes, I know Brendan Nelson. Name comes up quite often. I know he does stuff, I believe on YouTube as well. So Brendan Nelson, what's up? Continuing on. Farhad Variava, for my first Seahawks game, is it worth sitting in the nosebleeds or should I pay more for a seat closer to the field? I personally like the high view. My seats are pretty much kind of in the nosebleeds, but I like being able to see the whole field, the all 22 view, and be able to see what's happening. If you want to get down the field just because you want to be closer and you want to have that sort of feeling like you're seeing everything up close, and that's cool. But I feel like it's not as good of a view if you're trying to really follow the flow of the game. So it all depends on what your experience is, what you want. If you want to be in the center of things, down close, and just sort of soak in the atmosphere, go close. But if you want to be able to appreciate what is happening on all phases of the game, you want to go up high and really take a look and see what it is. Rosalind Smith, Norb, you have come to use one of you have to use one of Sierra's songs for your video. Come on, bro. I guess I haven't even thought about that because I really don't know her songs. You'd think I'd know because she's married to one of our quarterback, and yet I don't know her material. I have really not listened to Sierra's music, so I have to give her a chance. Rohan, swear you look like you take 30 minutes out of the morning to gel and dye your hair every day. Oh, man, come on. It only takes me 20. Come on, man. The gel factor, it's actually pretty quick. It's LA looks out of the shower, good to go. I do have to, occasionally sort of hide some of those premature grays that I have in there. So I won't deny it does take a little bit longer if I have to do that. Dustin Elron, Seahawks burn. And what's your fascination with my hair, by the way? Always talking about my hair. What's up? Dustin Elron, Seahawks fan, and Bad Blood, song for Pete and Russ. Yes. Bad Blood. Anything got bad blood. Anything got bad blood. I'll need it all. In the super chat. I'm way behind because she said this a long time ago. Okay, let's go a step up. Steve Largent, Doug Baldwin, or Tyler Lockett? Oh, man. Killing me here. I'm going to say Doug Baldwin just because, I don't know, the time era. He's half Filipino. Got to add that to the mix. Tyler Parcher is going to be on the VC tonight. I'm kind of doing, I didn't do VC just because this is like all chat run through. So I'm trying to keep up with that. So no, I'm not doing the VC at the moment. Dustin says, Doug Baldwin overrated. Oh, that's tough. That's rough, man. Geometry Dash Madness. Will you hate me if I don't like Seattle? Nope. I don't hate anybody. Welcome plenty of rival fans in here. I'm totally cool with that. Huge tryhard. Did you get sick of the media with Russell like I am with Rodgers? Yeah, it's annoying, especially when guys who I enjoy listening to start saying things like, "Oh yeah, Russell Wilson's gone from Seattle." I'm like, wait a second, what? And that all didn't pan out. So that's why I'm kind of holding out on coming up with this rush decision. Like, oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers is gone because Russell Wilson was just as gone as he was. Planet Moolah. Anyone else notice the major similarities of the way they talk between NorbCam and Russell Wilson? Hey, I've done my share of imitating Russell Wilson in skits as well as even my own press conferences at the end of my Madden simulations. He's fun to make fun of. It's just the. Special shout out to the offensive line. They had a tremendous game. I'm just blessed to be one of 32 quarterbacks who get to play this game. And I think the coaches did a tremendous job, and my receivers did a tremendous job catching the football. And it's just about the love of the game. And it's blessed to be here. Okay, continue on. Hui. If you were able to choose any players from the league, who would you choose to join the Seahawks? Man. The guy I hate, I just said earlier, put Aaron Donald smack in the middle there. Let's see, grab one of those, like Fred Warner from the 49ers, throw him back there. Nick Bosa, throw him in the mix on that line. Basically, everybody who's caused us problems. Chandler Jones, throw him back in the defense. Notice I'm taking all these defensive players. That's the big concern, right? Richard Sherman from 7 years ago, put him back there. Earl Thomas from 5 years ago, put him back there. KJ Wright, oh yeah, we can still get him. Cam Chancellor, put him back there. Now, I think I named a couple of the standouts that jump out right here. Let's see. Rohan. Oh, it's a non-hair question. Look at that. Which ex-49ers DC was more of a nightmare, Vic Fangio or Robert Saleh? That's a good question. When was Fangio coordinator from? Like, I forget the years. I feel like there was a time, both of them, they both kind of had times when we had the rivalry period. I'm probably going to say Fangio. I feel like the Saleh level, it never quite reached the level that it did before, this new version before he had to leave. Geometry Dash Madness. He is 2,696 weeks old. Man, I feel really old when you put it that way. Oh, Star Wars 123. What was the purpose of last night's highlight face of the franchise? Alindo Mari or Jason Myers' best kicker? That was just something I wanted to do for fun because I think a lot of people, I thought probably don't take the time. If they didn't watch the live, they may not want to take time to watch it. And I thought, it'd be fun to put together kind of a previously on Face of the Franchise, of some of the highlights of what it is. And it's just fun to watch. I forget about a lot of the funny things that happen during the course of those 5-6 episodes. So it's fun to put the best moments of it all in there. Just something I've been thinking about doing. I might do that for future games, actually. After a game, summarize like what happened in that hour and a half, and put it into like a little 5 to 7 minute compilation, because a lot of people don't have time to watch the whole thing. And so for those who just want the quick highlight version, it'll be something they can watch. Norhan, when are you going back to Manila? I don't know. It'll be a while. Maybe next year when things kind of get back to normal. Hard to be doing a lot of traveling right now, though, with things being as busy as they are. Tyler Pachi, I'll be talking to you tonight during Face of the Franchise at 6. Except that's being moved to tomorrow. It's 6:45 tomorrow. So check the date, because I moved it to 6. I think I put it to 6:45 tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. Rain, what's your favorite number in the NFL? Well, as a fan, of course, I got to go with the 12. But 26 was my first number when I first started playing football. So I always have affinity for the number 26. Alina Dahl, happy birthday, Vanessa. Thank you very much. Tate Francis wants to know, what game was more exhilarating for you, the 2013 NFC Championship game or the 49ers versus the 49ers, or the 2014 NFC Championship game versus the Packers? Man, those are two great games, two very different games, because in that one it was like 49ers early lead, and then we slowly caught up, and then it was kind of like back and forth. Great game. And then the Packers game was like, we pretty much sucked all game, need a trick play to get back in, looks like we were going to lose, and then a miracle for the last 3-4 minutes of the game. So, but I have to say, after the 2014 Packer game, that stands alone as one of the greatest games of all time, which I don't know if we'll ever top that in terms of that feeling of nothing better than a come from behind win, especially in overtime and all that. I mean, that's just hard to beat. But the 49er game was definitely a close second, given especially the fact that in that game it felt like the Niners were marching down the field to win. So when that happened, it felt like desperation. And so when we got it, that moment was pretty awesome too. So very different. It was like scared, ah! And the other one was like, we started when we got the ball, and then it was marched down the field. But there was a point where we almost didn't convert third down. If we didn't convert third down to Doug Baldwin, it wouldn't have set up the score. We would have had to punt the ball to Aaron Rodgers, and all he would have needed is a field goal. So that was nerve-wracking too. But Packer game, for sure. Geometry Dash Madness. When is the 2021 prediction music video going to release? I always put it out at least a week before the first regular season game. So that'd be first week of September. Because I think the first regular season game is like September 7th. Something like that. Pigeon. NorbCam, you and Tom Grassi for Behind Enemy Lines Packers. Oh, yeah, for sure. Hopefully he's not grown too big to still entertain calls from me. But we have done a couple of different collaborations in the past. And I definitely will be knocking on his door to connect to do one for this upcoming game. I think he will, because we go back a ways. Jake Guerrero, hey Norb, what game you most excited for this year? I think I said that earlier. Probably the Rams game, in terms of the importance of it. But as far as just kind of from an intrigue factor, I don't have the schedule right in front of me right at the moment. But Pittsburgh is always one because we don't play them that often. Jacksonville normally wouldn't be one, but with all these former Seahawks and, of course, number one draft quarterback in there, that's going to be kind of intriguing to see how they do here. So, yeah, these are a couple games that stand out. Andy Robinette, greatest individual name on the Seahawks. Greatest individual name on the Seahawks. Well, Russell Wilson's too obvious on that one. But as far as, Bobby Wagner, man, he had kind of a quiet year last year, but I feel like maybe this will be the year he bounces back and kind of reestablishes that dominance as a middle linebacker. We need him to be big this year. Andrew, Andy, hey, can I be part of the prediction music video 2021 with Sophie, Vanessa, and Anthony D? We'll see, man. This is always a complicated production. 17 songs it's going to be, most ever, because there's 17 games. I'm doing a song a game. And I got to do a lot of thought as to what's going to work, balancing popular songs with old songs with songs that I like. So 17, that's a lot to filter it down to from a lot of choices. So we will see where it goes from there. But I do want to get fan participation. I always try to do that each year. So I'll try to work something out with y'all who are interested. Dustin Elrond, Seahawks burn. So, Norb, by your response earlier to will Russ beat every team, you must think he will leave the Seahawks. Oh, I thought you meant as the Seahawks, will he beat all the question was a little bit misleading. I guess I didn't read into that he has to beat the Seahawks by being on another team. That's a good trick question. I didn't think about it that way. I thought you meant will he as a Seahawk beat every other team. I take that back then. No, he won't beat every team. He will not beat the Seahawks. Let's see. Anisha, how am I doing on time? 10 minutes. Anisha, the Seahawks, if the Cleveland Browns have a better record than the Seahawks, can you mail me an empty box? If the Cleveland Browns have a better record than the Seahawks, can you mail me an empty box? I could do that. So tell you what, email me. Again, best way for me to have like a permanent record of something here is to email me, norb@norbcam.com. And send me that, and we'll make that official. I will send you an empty box. We can get details as to what kind of box you want. I mean, there's a lot of boxes come in big sizes, different sizes. If the Cleveland Browns finish better, then let's do that. Sure, let's do it. But what do I get if they don't? We'll need to work out. There's got to be two sides to every bet. Rohan, Ryan's been here since 2017 and is primarily credited with the development of Warner and Greenlaw. Well, that's true. And those guys are badass. I guess I'm looking at the overall, just sort of as the team and what is done in terms of impact to the Seahawks. Freddie Franco, 2008 Franco. Will the Seahawks win the division? I'm going to say yes. So far, that's what I'm going with. I'm going to stick with it. Samad, 709. Big Ben is way better than Russell Wilson. He's had more measures of success because he's won a couple Super Bowls, been in the game longer. Is he better pound for pound right now? I don't think so. Enoma Imafidon. Hello, Born. I know Born is the number one most auto-corrected version of my name. Whenever someone types in Norb, it becomes Born. Hello, Born. I'm a big fan. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Football 2021-04. Hey, Norb, Eagles fan here. Whatever happened to Delia? She vanished. LOL. Yeah, I know. She, I think she had a child, and then I think her husband had some things that he was going through, and she needed to spend more time taking care of the family. So I think she just didn't have time to do YouTube. She's not gone. She's definitely just taking a hiatus, though. Ire hungry. One Filipino dish you're sick of. I'm not really sick of any because I don't have Filipino food all the time. So I'm not really sick of anything. I'm not sick of any dish. If I ate it every day, I'd probably get sick of something, but I don't have it often enough, so it's I'm not sick of it. Song color-coded. Big Ben better than Wilson? I just answered that question. Oh, Coach Maraj, hey, NORBCam. If you hadn't gone into the UW school of George Lucas, I wouldn't call it that. Not even close. What was your backup profession of choice? It's funny, I went to UW starting off as a pre-engineering major because I just thought that sounded good. But then I started realizing that I don't know if that was really for me. I was always yearning to be doing something creative and artistic, but I just didn't think that was something I could do. I think if I could go back and I knew I was going to do this now, I would have definitely gone to a school, even entertained the idea of film school or a school with a more developed communications program, because the UW School of Communications was not in a good form in the early 90s when I went to school there. So it would have been fun to have gone to a place, even in Wazoo. And at that time, not that I'm saying I would have gone to Wazoo, but Wazoo had a much better communications program. It still is a good one. So I just wish I had the foresight to know what I was going to end up doing. Not that I regret going to UW. It's just, as it so happens, the combination of that school and what I did get into wasn't exactly their strength. Just put it that way. Rishi says, would you recommend Jollibee if you have been there before? I have been there before. I've been there in the Philippines. I've been there in Canada. And then when they brought one here, I've gone to Jollibee here. It's a Filipino fast food restaurant. Yeah, I like it if you like Filipino food, but they also have really good fried chicken. So you pretty much will find something there that you enjoy. So it's a good place to try your hand at some Filipino dishes. definitely check out Jollibee if you got one. Jacobs Grant, do you think Seattle will embrace their new NHL team? Yeah, I think so. I think they sold out all their season tickets early, so I think they won't have a trouble, getting the fans off to a good start, rolling with support. But will it embrace and become as big as all the other ones we've had? 5 more minutes to go. Yeah, I think so. It's just a question of, will it become, what rank will it be? Will it ever reach the level of what the Sonics used to be? Will it ever be as big as football? It could surpass baseball. Baseball in here in this town is, until the Mariners start to actually win consistently, is kind of just your casual, I'll go to a game, why not? But, if the Kraken can come out and do some pretty cool things early on, just like, which team was it? Was it Vegas or something? Which team came out in like their first expansion year? They won the Stanley Cup. How crazy is that? That would be pretty awesome. That would help. Tyler says, do Madden tonight. I don't know if I can do that tonight. I got to pick up my girls from practice. They got a team thing afterwards. That's why I'm doing this now, because this is what I had time for. Truly Greens, who dat? We beating them Seahawks. Well, you guys got us last time, and it had been a long time since New Orleans had beaten us in our own house. But to do it 2 times in a row, no, I don't think so. No Drew Brees, but Alvin Kamara's pretty bad. Then again, you guys beat us without Drew Brees, so maybe it was actually better that you didn't have Drew Brees. So maybe I'm contradicting myself all at once. That was a bad game, though. Chris Carson had a lot of fumbles last time. I don't think it will play as poorly as we did last time. Coach Marsh, back again. Come take a ferry to Bainbridge and then back into the Seattle skyline at the pier, and you will never want to leave. Only one who has done it can understand it. I agree with that. Something you must do if you ever come to Seattle is to take a ferry boat ride, especially at sunset if it's a sunny day. Oh, you'll love it. It's so awesome. Star Wars 123, all pro because you played preseason face of the franchise. It's all pro? Oh, okay. I thought it was all rookie. Oh, no, we did set it. We did set to all-pro. I've just been dominating at the all-pro level. I'm going to have to move it to Madden level here because I'm too good for this computer. I get killed by human beings. Max Tkachuk, what are the top 5 states you'd want to visit? I've been to a lot of states, but there are still some I have not been to yet. So I would like to visit... What state have I not been to? I've been to almost... I'm going to be going to Kansas City very soon, in like the next week and a half. I'm going to be going to Salt Lake City, Utah, shortly after that, and I'll be going to Las Vegas. See, I don't think I've ever been to Pennsylvania. I don't know if that's worth exploring, but there is a lot of history there. East Coast places, just there's so much history. So yeah, I've never been to Maine. I think it'd be cool to go to Maine just so I can see the other corner of the United States I've never been to. What else? I've been to most other states, a few that I can't necessarily put my finger on, but I'll just say those 2 for right now. How am I doing here? 2 minutes? 2 minutes left. Time flies when you're having fun. I haven't gotten to the end yet. Sorry, I just gave you 2 states or 3. Robert Jimenez, what's my favorite Filipino food? Salamat. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. I love lumpia. I can never go wrong with lumpia. It's like anytime you can throw that down. I love pancit. There's so many different kinds. So that's what I love about it. You get the thin noodles, you get the thick ones, you get the other one with escaping the what's that other pancit? What's that other pancit? With the lighter noodles with kind of the orangey kind of stuff sauce on it. What am I blanking? Anyway, adobo is so good. Kare kare. I'm kind of rattling off just nonstop Filipino food, but those are some of the top ones that I love. James. Where did James go? James. It jumped on me again. James. I'm not going to make it. Too many questions, not enough time. Wow, I really got behind on this. How did that happen? I thought I was moving pretty good. I'm way, way behind on this. There you go. What's the biggest difference you want to see between Brian's offense and Waldron's offense? Just timing, quick passes, short passing game. Everything that Coach Marsh has talked about in our Coach's Corner breakdowns of the West Coast offense. If we run that thing, it's going to be just this machine. And I've seen that on other teams doing that to us, and I always wonder, how come we don't do that? Well, now we can do that because that's what we're going to be doing. Doing those things that annoyed the heck out of me from other teams doing it to us. So that's what I'm looking forward to. It's just there's so many times I would see us 3rd and 5, and you see all receivers and tight ends with their backs to the quarterback running 15, 20 yards down the field, and Russell Wilson have nowhere to go with the football. Oh my gosh, it's 8:30. Time's up. I need the last question. Coach Marsh. I guess I read Coach Marsh's last one. Hey, NorbCam fam. Oh, this is for the fam. What series or franchise of shows, movies should NorbCam and I do reaction videos to during this offseason for a change of pace? Yes, Coach Marsh and I have been talking behind the scenes of doing some movie or TV reaction shows, almost like movie time, where we actually watch it live and you guys can join in with the conversation. So put your suggestions in an email or in the chat or in the comment what you'd like to see us watch. I have some ideas, but I want to see what your ideas would be. Because obviously we want to do the show to entertain you guys as well as for us. I'm sure we can find a common ground. All right, I'm sorry I didn't get through this. I'm like halfway through the list, and there's more that I didn't get to, so I apologize. I didn't get as far as I wanted to. I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. But I have to go because I got to pick up my girl from her practice. So I appreciate you guys doing this answer the question session with me. We'll do this again, and I will do the Ask Norb ones that we do on Discord as well, because that one I can actually go through and get through it all with the organized fashion. But we will do, speaking of Coach Marsh, we will be pushing our Coach Marsh show, Coach's Corner, to Tuesday. So, sorry we couldn't get in this week, nor the roundtable. It's a very busy weekend volleyball that's just continuing through. Vanessa's in Spokane right now, going to be playing tomorrow for a 3-day tournament. Sophie plays on Saturday in Centralia, so we're kind of spread out all over the place with a lot of volleyball going on. So that's it. We will do this again. I appreciate you guys, all the questions that you had, and I'll try to answer some of these. I don't know. It's in the chat, so we'll just have to do this again. If I didn't get your question this time, we'll get it on the next one, all right? Have a great evening. Face of the Franchise tomorrow night at 6:45, and we'll do this thing, all right? Remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this, comment, do all that good stuff, and feel free to click around in any of the boxes here to watch other videos. Take care, having a good night, and go Hawks.